Hello everybody and welcome back for some more TEW 2016. Today we finally made it to the Royal Rumble. We actually made it quicker than I thought because for some reason I was thinking it was gonna be week 4, but it was actually week 3. So now before we actually start the Royal Rumble card, it looks like we have a locker room incident that we have to take care of. And before I take care of that, if you guys could drop me a sub and a like, that would be very much appreciated. So let's see what's going on in the locker room. An incident involving Hulk Hogan and Christopher Nowinski. That's kind of a random pairing, but let's see what is going on. Hulk Hogan has passed on tips on microphone work to his protege, Christopher Nowinski. I forgot that Hulk Hogan picked him up, so that's all that was about. Nothing too exciting, so let's just go ahead now and jump into our event. So now we're starting off with a pre-show match. These pre-show matches are gonna look like really random because basically everybody wants to be in the Royal Rumble, so they'll get pissed if you don't book them. So that's why this match is a thing. So it looks like Bill DeMott and Dawn Marie picked up the win against Spanky, who is Brian Kendrick, as well as Nydia and Maven. They lost as well. Nobody really did that great, and yeah, this was just kind of a so this way they don't bitch at me for not being booked on the card match. Then in the next match we have for the women's championship, a 6 diva battle royal type match deal. This was one that I wanted to put on the main show, but I just couldn't figure out where to fit it in properly. But pretty much Victoria ended up defending her title, and then we had Nicole Bass debut. It looks like she could use a little work since she only got a 21, but we should be able to build her up to compete with the rest of the women. They actually didn't do too bad themselves. Like, everybody seems pretty much around the same area as each other. Trish is definitely the strongest still. She's gonna be pissed because I didn't let her win the title, but we're trying to save that for another event. And then for our final pre-show match, this is just kind of another, so this way everybody can be in the match and not complain about it. It looks like the Hurricane ended up winning, which for this match and then as well as the first one, like I was saying, I didn't set the winner, so it's just kind of whoever the computer decided was gonna win. So now on to the actual show. We start off with pretty much, this is just going over all our biggest rivalries at the moment. It got a 95 rating. I threw in like our 4 guys from Raw and then 4 guys from SmackDown. And then we start off the show, Rey Mysterio facing off against Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy ends up defending the champion. I didn't really think of it until after the fact, but I never gave Billy Kidman his rematch, so we'll probably have to do that at some point on just like a random episode of SmackDown since he never got it in the pay-per-view and I had already set up this match for the pay-per-view. My bad. And then afterwards we have just an interview with Lance Storm and William Regal talking about how they're gonna win the tag team champions tonight in the 3-way tag team match. And then this is that tag team match. We had the Dudleys facing off against Booker T and Goldust, and of course William Regal and Lance Storm. And then I ended up giving the Dudleys the win for this one because I kind of want to split up Booker T and Goldust because Booker T's kind of a main eventer, so I feel like I could use him a little better outside of the tag team division. So we gave the Dudleys the win. They could feud with Lance Storm and William Regal for a little while, which eventually I want to change up the Raw tag team division as well, because I'm thinking at some point I'm probably going to split Lance Storm and William Regal, but I don't know yet. And then after that, of course, William Regal and Lance Storm are upset, so they attacked the new tag team champions because obviously they wanted to win and they thought they were going to win, but they didn't win. And then we cut to the backstage. The Rock is talking to Stephanie McMahon because he's pissed because he was the #1 pick for the Royal Rumble, so he is upset that he has to enter first. So Stephanie tells him if he's not happy about it, you can give your entry to this man. And then we see Sting come in. He's one of our surprise debuts for tonight. So got a pretty good rating too, 95, so I'm happy with that. And it looks like Sting debuted the old school heel gimmick and it got an average, which I ended up making him a heel because we needed more heels. So I don't really typically know if Sting was a heel, but he's a heel now. And then in our next match, we have Kurt Angle facing off against Edge for the WWE Heavyweight Champion. Kurt Angle ended up defending his title. Got a pretty good rating, and it gave Edge a shot at the title, which unfortunately he wasn't able to get this time, but maybe down the road he will get another title shot. And then afterwards, Brock Lesnar came out and attacked Kurt Angle because Brock Lesnar is still pissed because he was supposed to have the title shot, but he was not given the title shot. Even though Edge earned it fair and square, Brock Lesnar thinks he should have had it. And then we cut backstage to Triple H going on about how much he does not like Scott Steiner. He is basically saying that Scott Steiner's not gonna win tonight. And he would be correct, because in the match afterwards we have Triple H facing off against Scott Steiner. I ended up making it a no DQ match because I kind of wanted to change it up a little. But Triple H ends up picking up the win, and he is still the World Heavyweight Champion. And then afterwards, he just celebrates because we needed something to throw in there. And then in our final event tonight, we have the Royal Rumble. Picked up an 82. I'm not really sure what I could have done to boost the rating on this match because I haven't really done too many Royal Rumbles. But pretty much we have, I think, this is all of the people listed here. I'm not really sure, so if you want to pause the video and read through who the people were in the Royal Rumble, you can go ahead and do so. I'm pretty sure it's all of them, but Brock Lesnar ends up picking up the win. I decided he was probably the best person because I want him to rival with Kurt Angle to go to Wrestlemania, especially because Brock Lesnar at this point, I'm pretty sure in real life too, he won the 2003 Royal Rumble. But then I also, if you've looked through the names, you will see that we had Goldberg debut, we had The Undertaker return, and then A-Train ended up coming back from injury, so I threw him into the Royal Rumble as well. So 3 big entries tonight, especially because I threw Sting in there as well. We've seen him in the segment before. Is there anything interesting on the dirt sheet? I don't really think so. Just pretty much a lot of people got a boost for having star power, morale, all of that good stuff. And then it just looks like a bunch of random negatives. So let's see, I think there's just like a random ass segment. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, you know how they pretty much at the end of all the Royal Rumbles, they point and they're saying, I'm going to Wrestlemania. He's going after Kurt Angle's title, and let's see how this show did. I'm thinking it should have did pretty decent, at least in the 80s. 80, so yeah, that was not too bad. What a surprise, I forgot my storytelling thing again, which I should just write down on a piece of paper that you need to do like one match with storytelling, because it doesn't even really matter which match you actually do with storytelling. But it looks like the only thing that they have to note too was Spanky was slightly overused, which I think I only used him in one match, but apparently that was still too much. Maybe I accidentally put him in the Royal, or the pre-show Battle Royal, but I don't know. So now we can go ahead, and it also increased in 14 regions, so I'm happy with that. But we can go ahead and make a speech, which pretty much for this, all you do is you just select 3 random people and you congratulate them. So I think this time around we'll give the first one to Triple H, and we can point him out as a good example. Then we can do Shawn Michaels. If I could find Shawn Michaels right there. And then we can praise him for a great performance, and then let's do, I guess, Brock Lesnar, make him feel good since he won the Royal Rumble. We'll tell him that he's awesome. So let's go ahead and make the speech. Everyone seems pleased, and let's see if anything major happened after the Royal Rumble. So it looks like we have some emails. Luckily, it doesn't look like there's any instance. It looks like there's some people kind of pissed because I didn't book them, but a lot of these people are like backstage people and announcers and that other kind of thing, so it's like I couldn't really find a way to book them into the show. The only like person that I could see that's pissed that even though they were booked was Trish, because I didn't give her title, but Trish needs to get some patience. And I forgot, we also have some contracts that I need to take care of, so let's go ahead and see what the email says. It looks like everybody was pissed about, or at least some of the channels were pissed because I didn't get high enough ratings, which I think had I remembered that storytelling, I probably could have got a few more points to make them happy. And then what is this with Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan seems to be clique building, having forged an alliance between the Big Show and Christopher Nowinski. It's the first time I've ever seen an email like that, so I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess as we move forward, we'll figure out what that actually does backstage wise. Could be a potential to even have on the program at some point, kind of like the weirdest tag team, but it could be fun. And then of course we got Ric Flair. As usual, somebody's like, William Regal sucks, Funaki is too small. Yeah, people that I don't know why they have to email me constantly. And then luckily too, kind of just a random fact, but every time I did this off camera, I would have Jeff Hardy in the Royal Rumble, and then they'd all get pissed because he would come paired on drugs, and it would just be a huge list, even bigger than this one, of people with morale issues. And it's just like, I really don't feel like taking care of this. Why is Eric Bischoff pissed off? Oh, I guess because I didn't put him in the Royal Rumble either. Well, I figured because you're a general manager, but I did give Stephanie a shot, so whatever, he can be mad about it. So I guess really quickly too, I should probably go ahead and take care of these contracts. I will re-sign Raven, so let's go ahead and negotiate. I don't want to give you a bonus. 3 years should be okay. Actually, let's go ahead and do 2 for now, just in case, because I don't know really what I want to do with Raven yet. So let's go ahead and make that offer, and he should accept it. And then I'm also going to do the same for D'Lo Brown, so I will also do 2 years for you as well. Oh wait, that was the wrong slider. We don't want to cut his money, because then he probably won't want to re-sign with us. So let's go ahead, cut that one down to 0. Then I will give you a 2 years contract, make the offer. And then the only guy that's left is Bull Buchanan, which I'm just going to let it run out because I don't really have any ideas to do with Bull Buchanan. He doesn't really have a high popularity, so about the only thing I would probably do is just use him as enhancement talent anyway. So I guess I should also give Trish some bonus money because she is very furious and we don't really want her leaving our show. I should eventually do this for everybody else, but I think since they're not as mad, they should eventually cool off. Yeah, here, you'll get 12-6. And she's still annoyed, so I guess that wasn't good enough. Whatever. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the Royal Rumble. I think the next pay-per-view is No Way Out, which I know was originally a SmackDown exclusive, but I might just do all the pay-per-views joint branded. So thank you for watching. If you want, make sure to leave a sub and a like. And make sure to watch out for the next episode because I should have that up pretty soon. And I hope y'all have a really good day. Bye.